and Cultural Studies at Community Art Project, and he also went to UCT Drama Department and graduated. He has been in a number of productions, both on stage and on screen. He is known for his many characters on our big screens. Just to mention a few, he played the lead role on Kunyama on Zanzi Magic, and also played Langa Matikana on Rhythm City, and he is known for his famous character Pastor Absalom on Isitembi. So guys, he is not just an actor, he is a writer, a director, an arts activist, and a drama facilitator. Sure. Now guys, please help me welcome our brother Thami Mbongo. Thank you so much for coming.
Sure, thank you.
Yo, I can go on and on and on and on. You've done a lot.
Yeah.
Sure. So please, take us through your upbringing, because we don't know you, right? We know only your character.
Sure.
Now today we're just getting to know Utam, like
Sure.
So as you are carrying a white card there, that card represents the pure stage. So that was before you went through your scars, because there's a scars with Nokwethaba.
Sure.
So as we invite you to come and share your scars, we'd like you to take us back.
Oh yeah, thanks one for having me in the show. I think it's a very important show. People don't talk about such things. So my name is Thami Mbongo, originally from Bekwini Park in Cape Town, which is in Poland, Western Cape. Grew up in a lovely family. My mother is Nokwethaba Mbongo, very passionate about God and life, you know. Grew up with my one younger sister and one older sister and a brother. And I did my everything in Bekwini Park, from schooling up until matric. Yeah, I grew up in a very good environment, and I was passionate by one of our late guy who was called Solomon Bishop. He used to act in Bongelingema Asinamali in the 80s, and he was coming from Bekwini, and this guy was such an inspiration to
you as you were coming from the same place.
From the same place, yeah.
So you're a middle child.
Yeah, the middle child.
Because I have this myth about middle children. They say that the older child is responsible, and then the younger is not responsible, and then the middle child is just there, abandoned, and no one is really into their case. They do their own thing. They like their own space.
Sure.
Is it true? Because I'm also a middle child.
I think in my case, because I also grew up with grandma Mapulu, so I think I'm spoiled.
Okay.
Side, yeah.
And that also makes the two of us.
Sure.
I also grew up with my grandmother and spoiled. As you have explained, your pureness and your upbringing, can you also highlight your early stage acting ventures?
Yeah. I think I started to be involved in drama. I always like to put it clear, but it was just a pure mistake. You understand?
Okay.
I was involved in a dance group, and we were busy dancing. You understand that we songs of NWA and Boys to Men and all that, you understand? And there was this one particular group in our community. They were doing a drama group. And this drama group used to go to different places, like on my old song, and they would always talk. And we're like, these ones are always going somewhere, and we're just here and chill. So we went to join because we thought it was going to be easy way to get Tamandomazana and also to be exposed. You understand? And after we joined, this guy, the late Michael Matlubandilelo, introduced us into drama. And then from just joining the drama, you understand, the love of it started to happen. You understand? And I was into it, you understand, and I think it was early 1994, you understand, when I was started to be involved. And as I grew up, when I went to school, matriculated 1997, And then I said, I want to go and study drama. But the big challenge, it was supported on mama, who dad did not want anything
to do with it. Okay, yeah. Let's hold it right there.
Sure.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram, Scars with Nokwethaba. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. This is Scars with Nokwethaba. I'm still right here chatting with Thami Mbongo, all the way from Cape Town.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
So now, this time around, you are carrying a red card. Yeah. And I'm sure, as a creative, there's something in your head with this color in your hand.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, ngokwakho mubheka ngabe represents like from white being pure and then this red.
Sure. Because we grew up knowing Gucci or red is for danger. Yeah, you understand? I think for me, it's those uncomfortable places that I hardly speak about. Yeah, you understand that those dark places, and it's always scary to go to those places.
Yeah.
Because,
And we appreciate that you came today to
Yeah.
actually share, because I believe that people that are going to learn from it.
Sure.
And also it will change
Yeah.
lives. They say even if you change one life,
Sure.
it means
Sure.
you have brought change in the
Yeah.
world. So nathi lana kule show already represent our difficulties, the things that you went through, and it was so tough in a way that you were like, okay, I'm dying here.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But you did.
Sure.
And
Sure.
but you did, you are here. Can you please take us through your scar?
Yeah. I think, as I said, I grew up with Mama Wam, you understand, Mama Mbongo, and my father was not there, you understand. And I think when I decided that I want to go and study drama and theater, my mom, obvious, was always supportive, but my father did not want anything to do with it. You understand? One, he was saying, you understand, it's nothing. And I remember, I think in 1999, when I went to AUCT, because I was lucky, you understand, the UCT lecturers saw me performing in some production, and actually they approached me to say, you can come and study at UCT, you can get full bursary and what, because they felt like I was really good. So it was a bonus for me. And I remember when I was about to graduate, I think it was early 2001, and my friends who are also in the industry, Andile Nebulana is now doing Generation, they were about to go to the circumcision school. Since we are closer people, you understand? And around that time, I just did a commercial with Oloiso Mangena, cheaper at that time. It was KFC. I have my Hong Kong, and they paid like a very good money. So, and I approached my mother to say, listen, ma, all Andil and all my friends are going to initiation school. You understand? I want to go. And my mom was like, say, hey, Thami, we've saved, you understand, quite a lot of money from the advert that you just did to KFC, so you can go. And then I needed to go to my father, to tell him that I'm ready now, you understand, I want to go to a circumcision school. That talk, you understand, with that guy, it's completely changed my life, you understand, because I was going as a young boy, you understand, wanted to go, you understand, and happy, I've managed to save up some money with the industry that it does not even value, you understand, and one day, like some of the things that I can't even say today, you understand, on demoralizer like spirit. Bear in mind, my surname is Mbongo. Mbongo is from my mother's side, and my father's is Umanza and Kuman. You understand? So I decided to go to, okay, I'm not going to argue with my father, you understand? I'm going to go to initiation school. And I think the period of staying in initiation school, it was one of the most scary experience in my life. Not scary with other things, but scary because, you know, when you go to initiation school, you need your father. You understand? That's where you need to learn about manhood. You understand? And the best person to teach you manhood is your father at that particular. So while I was staying there, you understand, I was hoping that my father will come in, you understand, have a conversation with me, you understand. And luckily, it happens, not luckily, I stayed longer, you understand, because there were some funerals, there were deaths that were happening in my family in Eastern Cape and blah, blah, blah. And I did not mind staying, but I was having that hope, Uguti, my father will come and see me, you understand. And it arrived, Uguti, I needed to go back, you understand, finish the whole initiation school. And as a new man, as a new young man, you understand, I decided to, my older brother, hey, let's go and see Utata, we understand, and talk to him. Maybe you will be proud, hey, this boy, you've done it, you come back, you know. Hey, it was worse than before. Yeah, you understand, saying, I'm a failure, you understand, how can I allow to be taken to initiation, you understand, through my mother's surname, yeah, well, all those things. And I was like, hey, he is supposed to be proud and stuff. And so for me, Eska, is that relationship with my father and how the industry that I've chosen has also become a scar. Like, for example, to fast forward, he got like a lot of money because he was working in some factory in Cape Town, and he was going to relocate to go back to Eastern Cape, and he got like a lot of money, you understand. And he called me one time, you understand, to have a meeting, and he said, Thami, you are educated, ne? That, yeah, I went to varsity and graduated. And I was hoping that he will say, here's your card and blah, blah, blah. Say, look after your sisters, you understand, and your brothers. And it was like, oh, maybe Koni Mali, you understand, and then he was like, say, I'm done, you can leave. Yeah, went back to my mother, say, hey, this guy is saying, yeah, he's leaving to Eastern Cape, he's not leaving me with anything, and blah. He just said, look after your sister. And to fast forward, after 3 or 4 years, I got a call from my stepmother from Eastern Cape, who's a very good mother, very close to my heart, to say, yeah, your father is very sick, and he does not have any cent, he needs your help. You understand? And to take that decision, to say, must I go, must I help you? Because I was doing a production at Artscape at that time. And I was like, how can I help this guy with the money from the industry that he does not recognize? How do I help this guy that was never there? Throughout my life, you understand? And I decided to deposit money. My sisters and everyone in the family did not want to have anything to do with him. You understand? I deposited the money because my grandmother is very close to me. So I decided to go, okay, I'm going to go to Eastern Cape after a couple of days. And 2 days later, he passed away. And the tricky thing was to decide whether to attend the funeral or not. You understand? And then I decided I will go to the funeral. One of the other scariest things that happened, because in the Eastern Cape, people know it about witchcraft and all that. Oh. You understand? My mother was very scared. So I was so young at that time. You understand? There I was in the funeral of the person that has never done anything good in my life. And in Xhosa culture, you can't open like the coffin, the Avasana, when it's already in church. Okay. You only do that when it's already in the house before it moves into the church. Since I was coming from Cape Town, I arrived late. And I arrived at the time they were already in church. You understand? And there was this long discussion that was happening amongst the elders. You understand? In the Eastern Cape, and I was made to wait outside. It was scary. You understand? Because I couldn't know what was happening. And apparently they were discussing that they had to open his body. You understand? So that I can see him, because he's been longing to see me. You understand? To have a child. And I accepted, and apparently it was never done, and they had to open the coffin in front of the congregation, and I was there. I needed to look at this man, and I was like, I don't know what to say. You understand? I I didn't even know how to react. You understand? There I was in a full congregation looking at the man that had never played his role as a father, and here I am. You understand? My mother was proud of me, and my sisters are back home. And so yeah, that was a very, very, very scary situation for me.
So, do you think this was because you've done art, or it was for other reasons?
Yeah. Art is one of them, and also me going into the initiation school without his blessing and stuff. Yeah.
You said you went to him before you went
Sure.
to ask for his blessing.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
He did not give it.
And it was meant that you went there without his blessing.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Anna.
Yeah, very tricky, very tricky. But we are happy that you survived that stage.
Sure.
And
sure.
I'm happy that you took courage and you came here to share that. Yeah. And I'm trying to track back. I've been interviewing men.
Sure.
Most of the interviews, it's about son, father relationship. Maybe
Definitely.
10 years later, and you still have to heal again.
Yeah.
So it's like now you healed,
Sure.
but you are still healing, and you took this opportunity to, as a person that we look up to, as a person that we look on television.
Sure.
If I was a young man and looking at you talking about this, and I'm experiencing that,
Sure.
I would see, okay, maybe Nama will make it one day. This is Scars with Nokwethaba. Please don't go away. He is about to take us through his victories. Please stay tuned. Guys, welcome back. This is Scars with Nokwethaba. I'm still here chatting with Thami Mbongo, and he is about to take us through his victories.
Sure.
And this color, like Kaya, it's a celebration. It's a victory.
Yeah.
It's conquering. It's being healed.
Sure.
It's going through the most and come out like a boss, or maybe not like a boss, but coming out anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So please take us through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, after yonke le drama, after Tatam has passed away, you understand, I needed to go back, and here I was doing the industry that he has never agreed on, and had to continue with a life. You know, I think it was 2009. I went to an audition. It was called Brad Golden Bursary, which allows 2 young South Africans to get an opportunity to go to the Royal Shakespeare Company in London, you know, and be exposed where Shakespeare used to write, where Shakespeare did all his stuff, and work with that company. It's one of the best companies in the world. When you want to learn about Shakespeare and anything that has to do with Shakespeare, you have to go to a Royal Shakespeare Company. So I went to this audition. I auditioned with a piece that was done with Julius Caesar, Friends, Romans, Countrymen. And they liked me in that audition, you understand, and I was awarded that opportunity. Yeah. So here I was, you understand, coming from South Africa for the first time. You understand, being in a plane, and first time going out of a country. Yeah. Because of a hatred that was developing with Tata Wam, you understand, I used to develop an attitude towards white people, because my father respected white people like nobody's business. You understand? But everything that has to do with Umdomnyama, you understand, be undermined. Yeah, well, that has made me to hate white people, you understand? Every time when I see white people, they reminded me of my father. You understand? And the hatred, you understand, the attitude with English, the attitude with everything that has to do with English. You understand? Because they reminded me of a picture of. So when I got this bursary to go to a Royal Shakespeare Company, we have from one airport, a Heathrow, we have up until a Royal Shakespeare Company. The treatment from the same white people. Yeah, but it was totally different. The respect, you understand? I remember having one-on-one session with Umamo Cecil Berry, who is the guru of his voice in the world. You understand? I had one-on-one session with Abanabafano John Patty, who is the master of Shakespeare in the entire world. We are understanding all these big actors. And for once in my life, you understand, I was like, hey, Thami, you understand, who have thought Uguti Ungalapa? You understand that in the same soil that Shakespeare used to write stories and the bursary was done because of Brett Golden. He was one of those guys that was killed. We understand a bit naked. We understand a bit to Cape Town because be basic gays. And that period has made me to reflect a lot. We understand about my life, about you understand. I was like, I can't continue to hate white people. I can't continue to have the hatred towards into yenziwe ngutata wami. You understand? I can't continue uba nomsini. You understand? And I remember that time because I also write. I wrote a full play called Spirit of Shakespeare in Africa. You understand? In this play, I was looking, because Shakespeare always writes about the relationship between son and fathers, especially in his sonnets. You understand? Looking at the relationship and how the love of Shakespeare and the love of the industry has made me to forgive my father and to decide that I want to be a better man. You understand? Obviously, it has affected the entire life. You understand the relationship. It has made me to be a bad father. You understand? So I needed to fix those things. We are wanting to follow. And one thing that I've decided, AI change being involved in this industry, it can also be a scar on its own. You understand? Because you are involved in Abantu, they see you every day, as you were saying in the beginning, through a lens as a character and the production that you are doing, but they don't understand the deeper. You understand? It's a dog-eat-dog industry. It's very, you understand? So it has helped me as a scout, one, be humble. You understand? A lot of people, because they see you on television, they tend to think, I always say, there are no celebrities in South Africa. Yeah, but it does not mean when I get an opportunity to act in Rhythm City, in Isitimbi, I've made it in the industry. No. Because in South Africa, you understand, the artists are not getting a payment that will make them bapile, you understand? And most of us in the industry, we tend Londo ifike and talk. We understand that then we be humble and be grateful with the opportunity with men. You can be in a generation, it does not mean this will stay along, you understand? So the experience after a Royal Shakespeare, I decided I will continue to do an outreach program. You understand? Television for me, it's good to pay bills, you understand? But the heart and soul, it's always in theater. You understand? To cover for zonke as mistakes and mistakes that I've done in my life, you understand? I believe in changing, in making an impact. Every time when I go and make running workshops or have a session and talk, you understand? I want to inspire that one person who can go and inspire so many other people. Yes. You understand? I've met so many people in my life. I'm still young, you understand? But we industry the equipping is different, you understand? But every day I'm asking myself, if unzolala ngenzanga impact komnye umuntu, you understand? And the figure was the ghosts katata wam, you understand? And now, you understand, after everything, I go to Eastern Cape now. You understand? Because after the Shakespeare thing, I went to my father's grave. And for the first time, I spoke out about everything, you understand? And I felt so good because it was around my entire family, you understand? And my father was laying there and I was confronting him, you understand? And it felt so good because I cried there, you understand? I spoke my thing to confront, to say you were wrong in A and B and C. And I started to heal, you understand? Because I felt good, I needed to say that. Every time now when I go in December to Eastern Cape, you understand, I feel at home. You understand? I can go and update him to say, yeah, now we are doing this thing. You understand? Because I've closed that chapter, it has made me to be a better artist in empowering others. You understand? But I'm still learning, you understand? Iska umzekelo, because sikhona iska, you understand? Kubanzima basiphe, because sometimes you understand asiyavela what we have. Also every day I'm trying to be a better artist, a humble artist, you understand? Unga undermine abantu, because this industry it's rough, it's dog eat dog. So you can't act as if you are on top of it and then go on, so you understand. Lastly, like for example, the best friend yam ubongile Manzai is doing current scandal is umthunzi mayisa. We spend almost every day together. You understand? When we talk about how scary this industry is one of the most humble guy. You understand? Who's very close to me. He never wanted to sign a scandal. One, you understand, when they approach him. And I remember they kept on giving me a call because they knew the writers would, I'm the close person to him, and I convinced him to sign the contract and blah, 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 blah. Up until this day, when we talk about the industry and how people in the industry act like celebrities, you will think we are not involved in the industry because we grew up understanding that struggle. You understand? You might meet someone there as an extra on set or as a crew. You know, it does not mean they are meant to be there for them. You understand? So most of us as artists, especially in South Africa, we are not humble. We are full of ourselves.
Okay. Before I close this show,
sure.
I believe that you are living your purpose because even now this is inspiring.
Sure.
With what you've just said, you are impacting people. So is there anything that you would like to say to young people out there who are chasing their dreams, but no one is there for them to say, I'm your support?
Sure.
Yeah. But because you made it through, even if it supports being at the
sure.
time. It was like you were strong and resilient and understanding that this is what I want to do and I'm going to do it irregardless. So in the world where us, Tina, we want to get things now. Generation here too. We want to get things now. We don't want to be patient with things. We don't want to keep that resilience. So also, as I am a young person on set, I also want to learn from you.
I think one is society, especially Tina Bamnyame Suka Kuyo, has damaged us. You understand? Like being in situ, Tatawam one demoralizer in terms of the industry. Our communities that we come from can also demoralize you. The comments that you hear when you grow up can demoralize you. From a school, from a family, from anywhere. You understand? The motto that has changed my life, it is the motto 80, don't bank on your history, but bank on your potential. If I go to a bank or anywhere, regardless, I always like, when I meet people, they underestimate. You understand? I once became an artistic director at Baxter with Zabalaza for 7 years. But the artistic director that will never wear a suit or wear formal. You understand? I want to enter into a building and no one knows you, no one respects you. You understand? But when we start to engage and then you start to see the other side. You understand? Because it is made, in order to be respected, you need to act in a certain way. You understand?
Yeah,
so when I go to the bank and deposit a million, whether I don't expect you have the teller to look at the person that is coming to deposit a million, but look at the potential of this person. You understand? So about needs to be we give up easily. You understand that? Because sifuni success you born. You understand? And also, you have said, when you bank on your potential, not on your history, regardless of you've got your own show. You understand? You need to work extra. You understand? To achieve when you're in next level. You have ungamjongeli phansi omnye umuntu ofuna ubakulenda ukuyo. You have all into enza kumamela abantu. You understand? That 2 minutes, like for example, I've never thought in my life I used to admire a lot of people. And today, if I've got a chance to, if I want any advice with Dr. John Kane, I can WhatsApp with Dr. John Kane and talk to Dr. John, all these people, you understand? So what will make me can be positioned better, not allow to the mamele out there. You understand?
Yeah.
So I want to say to everyone, never give up on your dream, never. You understand? Because as we understand. Mama used to say, to show how special we are, all of us. No one on a fingerprint, you understand? That's how special God is. He has created us to have our own fingerprint. You understand? So the fingerprint got Thami Mbongo. You understand? It depends to me the share the fingerprint. So it's possible, black child.
Guys, sekukhulunywe kakhulu ke bakwethu, angifuni nokuthi ngize ngimoshe. That's it for Scars with Nokwethaba. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment on our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Scars with Nokwethaba.